Hello, everyone. Ralph Perez here from Horror and Coffee, right? Horror and Coffee. And I'm here to review this trailer that dropped a few days ago of the latest of, or you guessed it, movie about demonic possession. And this is called The Ritual. And it stars one of my favorite actors of all time, actually, Al Pacino. You know who Al Pacino is. Who doesn't know who Al Pacino is, right? So I looked at this trailer already, but I kind of want to go over it with you. And I'm going to put on my headphones so I can hear it. So I'm going to have this on. But the idea is that I want to go over bits of it because there were certain things about it that I liked and there were certain things I didn't like. And I want to share them with you and kind of find out what you guys think out there in the horror community. So, with that said, let's press play on this movie trailer to The Ritual. It's a demonic possession. So, if you guys don't like that, if that's not your kind of thing, if it's too squeamish for you, then you know what to do. Here we go. Okay. Official trailer. Right.
Brethren, put on the armor of God that you might withstand the devil.
Okay. Put on the armor of God. You heard, I don't know if you heard that on your end, but he said, put on the armor of God so that you may withstand the devil. That's taken from actually the book of Ephesians in the Bible, chapter 6, where it talks about spiritual warfare, about how our battle is not against flesh and blood, but against the spiritual forces of darkness in the heavens and the rulers of this world. So just wanted to give it, say that for context. Okay. So here we go. It says the true story. Okay. This I want to talk about. The true story that inspired The Exorcist. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I'm kind of, and I'll be real with you. When I saw this the first time and read that like that, it kind of irked me. First of all, anybody who's a real horror fan, and if I'm wrong, and if somebody can just reach out and give me some sources to this, I will take it back. But I haven't found anything that backs this up. But right here, the true story that inspired The Exorcist, that's not true. That's bullshit. Okay? That's not true right there. They did that. They put that there so that, because everybody knows that The Exorcist is the number one staple, the granddaddy of all demon possession movies, and that is the standard by which people run to in regards to what makes a good demon possession exorcism film. So I feel like they're just put that there to try to fill the seats in more because they know people will run, oh, it's based on The Exorcist. It's not based on The Exorcist. That's not true. Okay. What is The Exorcist actually based on? What did inspire The Exorcist? Not this story. Okay. What based the story of The Exorcist was a case of demonic possession that was recorded in the late 1940s in somewhere between Maryland and St. Louis. I know they went to two locations, and it involved a young 14-year-old boy pseudo-named Robbie. Still don't know the actual name of the kid at the time. And there were accounts of it. It was exorcism that was approved by the church because you got to get Catholic Church approval to proceed with the exorcism, rule out any other things like mental illness of the sort. And then this actually did happen around 1948, 1949-ish. And then William Peter Blatty, the guy who wrote the book The Exorcist, which inspired the film, who was a student at Georgetown University later on, got inspired by that story and wrote the book. And then William Friedkin picked up on that and they made the movie. I did a whole thing all about The Exorcist a few years back. I'll put the link to that below if you want to hear my whole spiel on the greatest exorcism movie that ever was made, and that's The Exorcist from 1973. This movie, The Ritual, did not inspire The Exorcist. Okay, it's not based on Robbie. It's not based on that demonic case in 1949. I think it was around. It was in the late 1940s. It actually was based on a case that happened much earlier than that, to a woman named Emma Schmidt, who lived from 1882 to 1941. The case of demonic possession happened in 1928, and it was an American woman, and the exorcism took decades, and it lasted from August 18th in 1928 all the way to, actually it ended around 1928 in Iowa. Okay. And it says here, Eklund was said to have exhibited systems akin to possession beginning at the age of 14 and was 46 years old during her final exorcism by Father Theophilus Bressinger, a Roman Catholic priest. Okay. That's what inspired this movie, not The Exorcist. Okay. Let's be for real now. Okay. That was it, because guess what? Father Theophilus, Father Theophilus, if I'm saying it right, Father Ressinger. He is who Al Pacino is playing. That's the name of the priest in this movie. So it's based on alleged true events that happened in the 1920s to a woman. Okay, whereas The Exorcist was inspired by the case of a 14-year-old boy in the late 1940s in St. Louis. So don't tell me that this here is a BS lie to get people to get seats in the theater so that they could get more of this. The money. It's the money. So already this raises a red flag to me on how good this movie really is going to be. Okay? I'm very critical about that kind of stuff. I'm not expecting every movie to be like The Exorcist. No movie is ever going to be like that. What I am expecting is a good story, good plot, good acting, and good substance. All right? I don't care about getting the crap scared out of me, because honestly, these things don't do that to me. But I do care about that. So now that my spiel about that issue is over, we can proceed to watching the rest of the trailer.
This is a very troubled woman, hissing at the side of a church.
The woman's parish wishes to attempt a solemn sacrament.
Yo. Wait, this guy right here. I ain't gonna front. Doesn't this guy look like our new Pope? Pope Leo the 14th? I swear, he looks like him, right? He almost looks like him. He got that look. He got the white hair, and he looks kind of cool or whatnot, right? Chicago, born and raised. That's my thought.
A solemn sacrament.
You mean an exorcism? You would like me to perform it?
No, some poor other soul already has that distinction.
There's Al Pacino.
We are the Lord's army.
Now, can you believe? But hold on. I can't help. This is the guy that a few decades ago was saying, "Say hello to my little friend." Look at him now. Right? Al Pacino is the man.
Army in this battle.
The most documented exorcism in America. I'll be real, I never heard of this case until this. So I don't know about fine. If it's documented, it's documented, but I never heard of it until now. I've heard of other documented cases, but okay.
Forgo the restraints.
She is touched by something otherworldly.
What if what she really needs is a doctor?
We are paying a price for your lack of faith.
By your holy resurrection,
deliver us, O Lord.
Something is happening, and it's affecting all of us.
What you are doing is failing. The sisters are traumatized.
I'd be traumatized too. I would never, anyway, yeah, I wouldn't like it either.
I want to shut this down.
I feel like I'm being drawn into something. I can't sleep, I can't think.
For us to be divided, it is for us to fall. We are the ones that stand in the breach and hold back the darkness.
it is he who commands you. Look at the light, Emma!
Okay, here we go again. Look at this. Here we go again. The Spider-Man walk on the walls. I'm waiting to hear the snap, crackle, pop. Waiting for that too.
Look at the light, Emma! See the cross of the Lord!
Yeah,
Reveal yourself!
Yeah.
Emma?
That's kind of good.
Emma?
The ritual. So there it is. Okay, that's basically the trailer, right? Am I right? Is that it? Yeah, Al Pacino, Dan Stevens, Ashley Greene, and Abigail Cohen. And it comes out June 6th. June 6th. For those Omen fans, you know how that's a funny kind of like callback, right? Just the date alone. Anyway, yeah, so basically what I'm seeing here, as you can see here, Al Pacino's trying to do the exorcism. The girl's up on the wall. The other priest is like saying, "Holy snap, I didn't know this was really real." So yeah, and in a lot of the exorcism movies, you're gonna get that, like there's gonna be a sidekick priest that's gonna be like, "I don't believe in this," which is actually kind of what happened to Father Karras in the original Exorcist movie. If anything, The Exorcist inspired this story. No, what inspired this story was the case I told you about earlier, the case that happened in 1928. So, what are my expectations for this movie? I like to think it's going to be good. I mean, because of the simple fact that Al Pacino's in it. Right? Al Pacino is legendary. That's high status stuff right there. And I don't know if he wants to try something new or, and he hasn't done anything in a while. I don't know. But what I do know is that if it's Al Pacino, I'm there. I'm going to watch it. Do I expect anything uniquely different about this movie from other demon possession movies at this time based on what I saw? No. It's the same old thing. This girl's possessed, or this kid is possessed, and the priest comes in, and the kid does the Spider-Man walk up on the walls and does the snap, crackle, pop with the bones and all that. Eyes roll to the back of the head, speaks in Latin, yada, yada, yada. It's almost a repetitive, stop, rinse, repeat. So that's kind of my sense of the ritual. I'm not trying to downplay the movie because I haven't seen it yet. But like I said earlier, the fact that this movie claims that this is the story that inspired the greatest horror film ever made, The Exorcist, back in 1973, the fact that it's making that claim when that claim is absolutely fundamentally false and wrong, it's a lie, it's BS, and the people that put it up there know it. I dare them to tell me they didn't. I dare them. Come on the channel. Talk to me. For those of you who disagree or whatever, if you have other sources that I'm not familiar with, send them to me and put them in the links down below. Okay? And that's basically it. I just wanted to go over this with you guys and see where we are with it. And I hope you all have a pleasant evening until the next review here on Horror and Coffee. This is Ralph Perez. Until next time, let's see what this movie ends up doing. Take care.